9 years to recoup your money back.
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're talking about...
If you were to buy a certain kind of
Yeah,
graphics
so-
card based on the hash rates, because
And,
the higher
and,
the hash
and,
rate...
and what are you mining?
Huh?
Also, what you are mining
Ethereum.
also mine.
Ethereum.
Yeah, so you may choose not to mine Ethereum, right?
And that might
What
still
will
not
you
be
be
the case because
Yes,
all.
there's so many-
But you see, that's the problem, though. All these things might not be the case because that's still all speculative.
Oh, no, it's
calculations.
not speculative.
It
It's
is.
the factor is what it is.
Bro, one day they thought Shiba Inu would take 10 years to hit one level of.
Oh no, so the variable
They-
you're
they
referring
always-
to
they-
is
when they do
the
pri-
price, is market
Yeah,
price.
but that's what I'm saying, though. But
So those calculations are based off, so you have your hash rates and everything. The final equation you do is you multiply by the current market value
Agreed.
of that system.
But what he's saying is that even if today that's the price of that thing, by the time I get all my equipment together, the price may have gone up. So once I start,
Or down.
once I
market,
or
the
down,
market,
yeah,
the
of
market
course,
changes.
Like,
There's not. No one knew that this
I have a
Terra
problem
situation was
with
going
the
to
way
happen.
the market
And so
changes.
Why do you have a problem with
Because of how unpredictable the market changes. It's not steeped in any type of science. It just changes.
But it's like stock market, right?
No. Stock market.
There's no science now.
You can say, I don't know, there was terrorism here, hence there's this.
No, but
there.
they are actually signals.
What are the indicators?
They are indicators that people look at. Right now, these indicators, they are not.
But people can
they are not
see it,
full.
though.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Cost
lots
of
people
power
know.
is the primary one. So this war between Ukraine and
Yeah.
this thing was a major hit because disrupted a lot of people who were mining.
There's a
as
lot
well.
of there's a lot of crypto activity going shifting just to Ukraine alone. I imagine that also affects
Yeah, a
Well,
lot of
Ukraine
Russians
got
Russia is one of the
Russia is
highest crypto users. So
the fact that they are shut out from the rest of the
Yeah,
world.
but these are how do I say? These are obvious.
Yeah. So these
Yeah,
are
but-
these
okay,
are
but that still affected the price
the
of
price.
oil,
Yeah. Understand that,
didn't it?
Mr.
It's
Understand
all-
that none of
it's-
us are experts, but what I'm telling you now, there are
That's the
people.
problem.
There are people. Yes, there are, because crypto is relatively new. It's hard to say. Oh, who are experts?
It is
right?
relatively new.
It's relatively new.
Do you know how
compared to
do you
other
know how
things.
I even define
Yeah.
crypto to be? Because I look at it I'm put it in terms of fiat currency. Crypto is going through its own level of great depressions and things. It's just that it's in a different form because it's in a digital age.
Yeah.
When dollar and everything sunk in the 1920s, it's happening in its own way, but in a different format and different platform.
So you see.
Only that
yes,
it's not going down to zero.
yes and no. I'll say
Like
why.
Bitcoin is low. They say it's going
I'll say
through. It's
why.
going through a dip. It's worth $30,000.
Yeah.
One of it is worth $30,000. That is different from when a dollar was.
One of it is
Bitcoin
worth.
is not a stable
One
coin.
of it
Bitcoin
is
not a
worth.
stable coin.
It's not a stable coin. One of it is worth one of it. If we're being brutally
That
literal,
what?
one Bitcoin is worth one Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
It's
That's
what
the concept that they
people
use to answer it,
yeah,
where
it's
it's a
what
funny
it's
joke.
what people are willing,
Willing to
ready,
pay
and
for
able
it.
to pay
Yeah.
for it. That's a different thing. That's why you see, even when people will say, "Oh, they lost $50,000
Yeah.
in this
You
past
literally-
week and everything," I'll tell you, sorry, my fellow,
You didn't really
that's
lose.
not true.
Yes.
You bought 4,000 Bitcoins, or you've bought 4,000 Lunar coins. You have 4,000 Lunar coins. End of.
So you only lost the value of the coins, or what you said.
Well,
No,
you
so-
can't trade it for the $30,000 you bought it for. If you tried, it will be suicide. It'll be $8 you get today. But you have your 4,000
Lunar
coins.
coins. Yeah.
If it appreciates in the near future, back to that point where it goes, for like
Could be a
$100 or something, then bada bing, bada boom, you've got tons of money.
And Ms. Com, that's why I
You
was
get what I
saying,
mean?
like, it's still somewhat like the stock market, right? End of the day, people get valued based on the value of stock at a time. That stock can drop tomorrow. As he's saying, yes, people will say, "Oh, you lost so and so." Like when they say Dangote lost so and so, he just lost it in the valuation of his stock, right? Doesn't mean that he lost that because
The stock itself.
Because when he bought that stock, he probably bought it at he owns the company. Probably bought it at #1 to
Oh no,
this-
yeah, like
to the
somebody,
to it, right?
there was somebody on TikTok, I think, who registered his company,
Yeah.
said his each share was worth $600.
Yeah.
And then he did like 500 million shares.
Yeah.
And then he sold
Yeah.
one share, and then he was like, if he takes it to a valuer and you do 600 times
Yeah.
500 million.
Yeah.
He's
That's his work. Yeah, exactly.
300 billion.
Yeah.
He's the richest person.
But-
on the planet.
but
he will be convicted for fraud.
Not even
Exactly.
necessarily because at that point, so what happens with stock and again with crypto, like Peter was saying, is what people are willing to pay for it. So even if you want to set your price, if nobody buys it at that, it's demand.
Yeah.
If nobody buys it at that, you just have worthless stock. No matter how much you think is valued. It's when people are now ready to put that money down and say, okay, I want to buy this at 600. I want to buy this at 600. Which is why the whole thing also with Elon Musk and Twitter happened, right? Where he now also threatened that if they don't accept his bid, he will sell his stock. And he knows that once he sells his
He will
stock,
short the market.
it will start
Yeah.
shut,
Drop the market.
drop
Because
the
there's
price
a
of
huge
Twitter
amount
stock.
of
And they don't
game
want that.
moving.
You know, so it's the same thing. If you buy, it's just people are unlucky that crypto has reached this limit. Bitcoin has reached the limit it has now, but like literally,
It's still going to
your
go higher.
one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is going to be 100K.
I don't think so.
My brother, see.
I don't think so.
So you
I
say-
think
We
you
don't
say-
think so, but
you
when
can-
it
you
was
can- you can-
0007,
No, I agree.
No,
it
no,
was
no.
007.
No, so it
What
it
everyone
can
thinks
be
is that now it will catch up to what the times of the world are, and it will become like it has hit the wall
So
that it
wait,
can go
wait.
and then it'll come
Do
down.
you think
But
it
that's
is going to replace
no
the currency, the
dollar.
financial system we have going on in the world?
it may not replace, but
Cryptocurrency?
it'll
Permanent.
definitely
No,
change.
they'll work
It will
hand.
be
They'll
an-
work
It'll
hand in
change
hand.
the way people transact. But you
will be an
see,
addition.
you see, people keep on saying this. Oh, it's going to hit 100K. Oh, it's going to hit $1 million. Oh, it's just
$1 million
it's just shit to
maybe in
appeal
like
to
50
people.
years.
It's just it's just blah 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 literature to appeal to people's ego and greed
That's not
levels and
true.
everything. It's standard marketing practice. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out. End of. Because you ask yourself this question. Okay, so today it is 30,000, right? That's what people are willing and ready to pay for it, right? For one Bitcoin. Right, what will have to be true for it to reach $1 million? What will have to be true for people to be willing, ready, and able to exchange $1 million for one Bitcoin? What is
The
that
scarcity
thing?
of it.
Scarce. It's already scarce.
It's already scarce. Yeah, it was born scarce. But I understand. It's utility.
Exactly.
It's the usage.
Hence
right?
the reason why I said
the usage is already rising as well.
No.
The airlines
So-
are
so-
using it. Countries are buying it.
Yes,
It's-
but I
it's
think-
it's spreading.
Yeah, but
Countries-
Bolivia
countries-
is about to get hit by a truck.
Countries
but
countries
that
countries
is
have
what-
bought
that is
it
the volatility of
and
the coin.
and have
It's still
endorsed
go.
it as legal tender.
Yes.
But still comes back down to the intrinsic question or thing that you said now.
Yeah.
Utility.
Yeah. What can I? Yeah.
You can't use it for so much. So for example, if you had lots of
You
people
see what
using
he's
it,
saying here? He doesn't understand.
If you
though,
had-
because
if you had
you're
lots
saying
of
you
people-
can't use it, but it's not about you can't use it. Countries are not ready to allow it to be used at the level it will be used at because it will weaken their currency.
No. So this is why
America
I was
doesn't
saying
want it to be-
that for
No,
this
I-
thing,
I
for this
agree,
thing
but-
to appreciate and to have value,
Yeah.
you need to be able to run billions of transactions with
yes,
it.
with
Then
it,
it now
yeah.
has intrinsic
Yeah,
value,
so- and that's what I
which
was
is
go-
why I said Amazon, Facebook, because
Yeah.
of the volume of transactions that happen on those two sites to start with.
Yeah.
Then you say yes, this is something. There are hundreds of millions of people
it's already
Why?
something.
trading with this thing
Why
at
I don't
once.
even
But
think.
all people are doing now is they're just exchanging cash for the, you're not
for
using-
the- yeah.
outside the scope of I'm buying to because most people are looking at it as an investment. It means to store wealth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why people are committing suicide,
Yeah.
because if
The wealth is gone.
because if it was still there, then well, fuck it.
No, see, I think part of the problem with at least Bitcoin itself, what word you just said it just now.
A ton
The
of people
fact
are
that
trading
the fact
with it
that
as well.
Utility.
there's a limit to it, right? I think that may even works against it in the long run because if it's limited in access, it means that literally
Scarcity.
everyone cannot get it.
No, you just change where the decimal point is.
No, because
You can't
there's
even
a
do that
set
'cause
number
it's
of
decentralized.
Bitcoins.
21 million, I believe.
Yes, there's a set number of, so it means that not everyone cannot get it. So it means that everyone will not be able to transact with it. So once there are more currencies to that have utility too, it's not going to allow the price of Bitcoin shoot up that high. It will become like how we're talking about the iPhone 13 Pro. People will just have it to say, hey, I have Bitcoin, right? That storing of value.
I see that coin as a coin that they could literally bring it and have it as its own card. Like, the future is so
Yeah,
far
Bitcoin
from...
cards.
They have Bitcoin.
No, but I'm
They are
talking about
Bitcoin
where like
ATMs.
you use it as the point of entry for in a whole different manner than...
Yeah.
You know when you're looking at movies like
As
Road
status, that's
Runner
what I'm
and
saying.
all
Like
those
as
things, like,
status, so like your
like
Bitcoin is
yes,
yeah, like NFTs,
like a status
Yeah.
point. It has that. Look,
NFTs.
Like
need
I
to
said,
make a comeback.
the world is a funny
NFTs
place
haven't
because
stopped
before
moving.
one thing about the world is that before anything comes to light, we are doubters. We are heavy doubters.
Of course.
When Bitcoin
So-
came out, I remember, bro, it was just like, okay, that's a nice thing, bro. It is $30K. It was $68K at one time.
When I found out about
What are you
Bitcoin,
talking about?
it was still about $100.
It was 68.
When I found out about Bitcoins and I
It was
bought
still
and
about
I used
$100.
Bitcoins now,
But that's the point.
it
Like
was cents, it was sub-dollar.
Not to forget the
Yeah.
fact that more of the world is not actually using cryptocurrency than those who are.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
still a whole bunch of people that are still going to one day say, damn, I must know what this thing is. Because it's growing on people, no matter what. At one time, there were only like 10,000 people that were really into Bitcoin, then 20,000 people. Now we're in the millions. It's going to keep growing and keep growing because even the next generation, all these Gen
That's
Z,
absolutely
Gen
true.
Z self are not even playing. You know, like, man,
But just NFTs have not even kicked off yet.
yeah.
Let me just tell you that as they've not you know when in a space station they've not started their engines yet. The whole idea of NFTs will really explode when we further go into the metaverse because that's where their real value
Oh my
is
God, metaverse.
Anyway, let's forget.
That's
See,
where their real value is
we
going
have
to
done
now
value.
be,
We have done
be
value of dollar. We
appreciated.
have done value of
We
crypto.
have. Guys, welcome
Let us
to
move on
Accidental
to value of
Discharge.
life, please.
Peter
Yeah,
had
go
to
ahead.
tell us how he hates financial institutions. So we just had a
Value of
little.
life.
So you're never going to buy crypto?
Oh no, absolutely will.
Oh,
Guy,
just
I
wanna make
was
sure.
probably one of the first people in Nigeria that I bought this shit in 2011, 2012.
Are you one of those guys that spent 10,000 on a pizza? 10,000
No. I was using it to buy in-game coins, gold.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, value of life.
Captain Awesome here, guys.
Okay, yeah,
welcome.
Raj. Hello,
they
guys.
call me Pete.
They do call you Pete.
Let's go.
So, who wants to go start off with value of life?
Where? Location.
The value of life is what you make of it.
Oh,
is
clearly
pegged-
not,
It's
because
pegged to the location and the color of the passport of the person who owns it because
I think value of life is like how they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Depends on what the value I see in the
we're
person.
not statistics. We're
You
not
can
just
choose-
numbers.
okay, so
Yeah, of course we're not, but like
yeah,
but that's the
you're in
reality of
Sokoto and you're a Christian. What's value of life there?
to the people of Sokoto it could be 0.
I think it is 0.
There you go.
Matter of fact, it might be minus.
It's negative because you're competing for the scarce resources available. They are better off without you there.
It is
And
less than
that's
zero.
why
It's less than
livestock,
zero.
cattle is valued because they will bring earnings, but you're just there to
That,
compete.
we need
with
to
them.
actually do a map of that value of life, Christian life, in each state.
You know what's weird is people think these states have indigenous people who have been Christians forever.
Yeah.
There are parts of these predominantly Muslim states
Yeah.
that are just they are the Christian parts of the state. You
Yeah.
can't just say, and then why does that take away from somebody's life if they are Christian in a Muslim state? What's that about?
Because I think it feels like
I think the first problem is that we begin to now, and I don't know whether this is a problem, this is probably a constitutional problem, that we begin to describe certain states as Muslim.
but they are Muslim states. We can't even.
So it's fair for you
I
to
understand.
consider.
But
So-
why? Because if we're in a federation,
We're not in a federation.
we're supposed to be in a federation.
So, but you
in
know
a
we're not.
republic. Yes, so that's I'm saying the same thing. States should not be referred to as Muslim, and of course that's what I say. It's probably a constitutional problem because you do have states that run on Sharia law, right? I don't know the full extent of how that works, but like they are run on Sharia law. So therein we has the problem, because if you already have a state that's running on laws
Its own
different from
practice.
the rest of the country, where's the balance and where's the fairness?
But
Because-
even in
because-
Sharia law,
Yes.
you're not allowed to just wholeheartedly fucking kill somebody because they said. You have to bring
I'm
them
not sure about
in
that,
front. No. You have to bring them in front of the Sharia, in
Yes.
front of the courts,
Yes.
to prove
Yes.
that this person said, this person blasphemed or whatever you say.
In which the
Your
penalty,
right
you
in which
see-
the penalty will still be there.
You see, people
Why is the
people
penalty
fast track
even-
because people fast track it. Let's be brutally honest. It's happened many times.
Yes.
You know, whether
Doesn't
it
make
was
it
a
right.
whether it was a
nobody
Sharia
does-
court,
It even happened
Nobody
without us
saying it.
knowing.
whether it was a Sharia court or not,
Yes.
these people still got to the Sharia court, and the exact same thing happened. They still played out. That it didn't have to go through. They just see it as a bloody waste of time. They know what the outcome will be. Same difference. It's just different hands
So,
strangling.
but sorry,
I have-
what's the premise of this conversation I'm talking about?
Value of life.
Yes.
The killing of
The girl?
yes,
Oh, okay, cool. I just to be sure. Does someone have like
Deborah.
does someone have like the outline? Can someone like just like
I don't remember her
us
last
through.
name now.
Okay, unless
Good.
you've been living under a rock.
No, some people don't
Shouldn't.
live in Nigeria.
No, but Nigerian news, terrible news like this. Has
Okay,
to be-
so a
has to
student
be-
in Sokoto, a college in Sokoto. What
Polytechnic,
college was
I think,
that?
is it Polytechnic?
So yeah, she is part of a group where she was in a study group where they pass questions, talk about what's coming up for exams, such and such, and then in that group, her fellow students who happen to be Muslim, you know how you could be in a group, so they started sending
Broadcast message.
It's-
broadcast messages about religion, the Quran, I guess, and just just religious
Sending
information.
Hella broadcast messages. It doesn't have.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was one or two,
She
but I'm
only
sure it was a
complained-
lot.
Yeah, she only
So then she
complained-
came out and
Let's just get
complained.
to the end. Yeah. So she came and complained.
She came and complained in the group in a voice note that this is what the group is for, that they should stop with the rubbish. I guess she might as well say stop with the rubbish, and no one. I guess I don't know if she said they should stop with the rubbish or this is not what. I don't
It
know
was
what
intended for.
what is
This is not
intended
what it
for.
was intended for.
And I think someone said that the last part of what she said was an insult to
the prophet.
the prophets.
I didn't see anything insulting in
You read it, Abi?
Yeah.
that. I listened to it.
You heard the
I
voice
didn't
note,
see
yeah?
anything insulting.
Okay, well, I guess whoever was
I
in
mean,
there was
I
insulted.
mean, what is insulting
Based
is
on context for them
is-
is
All
Yeah,
she
it's
said
kind of-
was probably for God's sake. Like you can't
okay.
subject
So
us to this for God's sake. It
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
an educational thing.
Yeah. and from
Keep
there,
it educational.
fellow people that were in the group, or who even knows if someone that was even outside of the group but was just insulted by it, went about stoning her to death and burning her. I mean,
Stoned her and burnt her alive.
stoned her and burnt her. Now, to make matters worse, it seems like these people were apprehended, arrested, and then the whole community or a particular community in Sokoto went on a protest rampage riot in which they started actually destroying the properties of Christian people or Igbo church
Churches.
properties and churches and such in retaliation for the arrest. I need Homelander. I want Homelander. I'm not trying to make a joke, but I need
you did make a joke.
I need a superpower that can
it's-
just burn
it's-
things alive.
I actually wish we also had like a Muslim here, but like, yeah, whatever. That's fucking weird. I didn't even know that was the depth of this story.
There was a video yesterday showing a group of young men picked up by the police,
Mhm.
claimed to be the guys who,
assailants, yeah.
the assailants, yeah.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay, so the assailants have now been arrested.
well, I don't know if they have
So
been,
the ones who are-
because
some of
a
them-
representative of the police came out to say, so just before that video got put out, came out to say that they can't find who they are he's from Niger and he's nowhere to be found in Sokoto.
It's not one person that stoned her, though.
Be that as it may.
But the people that
No,
actually
he
show
was on
themselves
video
on
proud.
camera, the ones that are on camera, that
Oh,
were
okay.
Video, he was very proud of himself.
very proud of himself.
So,
See, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
First of all, it's, you see this education thing, because a lot of people came out online to beat their chest and say, in the, like you said, it's unfortunate we don't have a Muslim here, to beat their chest and say the
Quran.
in the Quran, when you blaspheme, you die.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's context. Like I said, if you blaspheme, you've been proven to blaspheme, you have to be taken in front of the court for them to prove you blasphemed. Because in almost all the Abrahamic religions, judge lest you not be judged, right? Or however.
Judge not less,
Judge not lest.
you be judged.
Exactly. It's the same theme. So who are you to put yourself above the courts, the constitution, regardless of whether it's Sharia law or the regular secular law?
I raise my hand for this one.
No, wait. Let me finish.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then it's also because the teachings, like I said, education, the teachings, a lot of these imams don't even know the bloody scripture. No, wait.
That's
wait,
what I
it's
was
the
going.
same-
I was
it's the
about to
same
go
way-
there.
it's the same
I
way
was about to go
Christians
there.
twist
Personal opinion.
personal opinion. They twist it to their own.
So not that the imams don't know.
This is what I want to.
Yeah.
Can I say
Yeah.
something?
No, go
Most
ahead.
men of
It's
God,
even- it
Christian,
seems,
Muslim,
it seems
same
that
thing.
it's not even that, but the people that they're teaching are not even can't necessarily read. Is one thing I'm hearing.
Yes.
A lot of
Yeah.
their flock cannot read, and
They
what
don't
they are
have-
doing
And have
is
not read.
They don't
so
have
what they are doing is
proclivity to read in the first place.
weaponizing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are actually they're radicalizing their followers.
That's
They're
the
not
word.
actually. They're not giving them the pure part of peace and everything because they want them to be. They want to control them. They want to
Yeah.
be able to use them at any point in time.
Yeah.
They're not trying to grow them to be successful men that actually have value for themselves. They want them to the end that
What
you
do you mean
can
to what
to the
end?
end that you
Why
can.
would you ask that
Wait,
question?
let me
At
explain to you
some
now.
point-
Let me take
at
you to the
some
end. I can
point-
tell you
wait,
the end.
At some point,
No.
this rabble rousers you're trying to keep under your control are not under your control.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are
They very much are.
they're under your control as
They are
long as you
so-
can keep them there.
As long as
They
you
are so
sustain
much
them.
under your control. They know how much under your control. Under your control so much that
I'm just
they
trying
are
to point
so
at Boko Haram.
No. There's so
I'm
much.
just trying to point
They are
at
under
Boko Haram.
someone's control.
Imagine
Everybody
having.
But
They
they
are
are
under
so,
someone- they're under
that's a
someone's
difference.
control.
they are
too.
so
That's
much
a
under your.
different
They are so
story.
much under your control that you can actually tell them that something is happening in.
Oh, and I would like
in-
to point out there's no difference between Boko Haram and these bastards.
No, imagine having,
of course
imagine
not, but-
having, imagine having a weapon. You could walk around
They are doing
in the
NSAS.
public eye.
You're doing NSAS
without
and you go
anyone
and tell, you
harassing
tell
you.
them wait now you're doing NSAS and you tell them that these people over there are fighting our stance or something.
That's
Then
it.
all of you go and enter this truck and all of you now go and
But
do
that was
radical
poverty.
things.
That was 115 they paid those guys.
115 and this is still the same thing. And 115 and
ideology.
just like,
I hear what you're saying with the weapon and nothing can happen. But at what point?
there's no point. There's really no point.
Miscom, it's
There's no question asked
It's
there.
power, and like this is not exclusive to Muslims. It's you also see it with Christians.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody that's obsessed with power and control thinks about when people revolt about them, against them. Whatever it is, even if in the back of your mind, you wait till you get to that bridge. You don't think about empowering them to the point where they are bigger, because you are not empowering them. People that don't have understanding, people who are just baseline followers, it's almost impossible that they will ever bite the hand that's feeding them. So the more the more authoritative, the more you subjugate them, the more you put them down and make them just do what you want whenever you want, the more in control that you are. And you're not going to let go of that. So the knowledge that you have, you're not going to teach them that. You're not going to teach them that they are able to make their own decisions. I watched One Night in Miami like last week, and I mean, for the life of me, I didn't even know that Malcolm X eventually even left the Nation of Islam.
Oh, he did, yeah.
He and some other prominent people that were in it.
That's why he was killed.
And primarily they left because they began to question the teachings of the leader. The leader doesn't want you to question his teaching.
Yes.
They never want you to question it.
Yes.
So once you start having that knowledge, once you start
being as powerful and influential,
exactly. Once you're able to
once you start being
read the
inquisitive.
text, yes, once you're able to read the text yourself and get your own understanding, they don't want that. And that brings me to the next thing, because I saw lots of people post their opinions, lots of Muslims post their opinions, and a lot of them said, this is not the way of Islam. This is not the way of the Quran. Like, they mentioned that even in the Quran, the Prophet himself, on many occasions, was insulted.
And he chose peace.
And he's directed not to react, not to do anything back to the people.
The other cheek form of
exactly. Basically, the other cheek. So why would you, as a servant of Islam, as a follower of the Prophet, decide to, and a lot of them use this phrase, why do you think that is your place to fight for him?
I've got a question, yeah.
Why do you think it's your place to fight for him?
When it's time to fight for yourself, you say,
let me tell you something that's even more disturbing, yeah? You see that guy that was the one that was on camera, one of them was on camera saying, I burnt her alive. He's a national hero somewhere.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He will be funded for the rest of his life. He could come out to become one person that is like a powerful position later on. He can be the governor or something based on the beliefs of whatever.
I don't know. I think we might actually even be worried about the wrong things.
No.
The thing you want to be worried about or concerned about is the fact that
nothing has occurred.
This motherfucker is not Nigerian.
Oh no. What I'm concerned about is,
I mean, we don't know that for a fact.
Hold on.
We don't know that for a fact, but like, yeah.
Let's not say that he's not Nigerian. Let's say they can cover up
my
for
concern
him.
Exactly.
My concern is, what year did Avani Darego win Miss World?
Oof, that's a long fucking time. 2009.
Let's say 20 years ago.
Yeah. Pete.
Let's say 20 years ago, she won Miss World 20 years ago.
Yeah.
The following year, I mean, if you win Miss World, the following year, it's run in your country. There are protests, people died. And so the Miss World pageant wasn't held in Nigeria because it's scandalous. And nothing happened.
It wasn't?
Right?
Are you sure you
It
did?
did.
It did. I think it
In
did.
Calabar.
Yeah, I think it did.
Wherever.
But I understand what you're saying.
Chill.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. When the guy did the turban joke with of Mohammed with the missiles, and people in Nigeria died, the Scandinavian dude.
Yeah.
And people in Nigeria died.
Wasn't there a lady who was
How many people
condemned,
What
or
was it?
who was also sentenced for the actress for wearing an open back or something?
That's, Rahama or whatever.
Yeah, Raima.
So these
Something.
things are, they embolden people. Because why would a joke all the way in Europe on a comic strip have people, innocent people in Nigeria killed, and nothing happens? When this happened, when this lady died, it took close to 48 hours before we heard anything from the government. The governor of the state didn't say anything. Atiku said something and deleted it. The only person who came out to say something was the Sultan of Sokoto.
What did he say?
He kind of he was political about it, but he was like, it's wrong to just go out and kill people because you're offended. You understand? It was very political, but at least he said something. The governor of Sokoto still hasn't said anything.
But you know what is disturbing more than anything?
Because wait, hold on. It's the base, the political base. You have to appease these savages that are your political base. So there will be no consequences whatsoever for whatever the fuck their actions are.
Because they're not actually people.
You see, you say that, but they think the same thing about people who aren't Muslims.
Yeah, but at this
You
point
say
in
that,
time,
but you can also go home and think these
if
are
someone
people who
kills,
don't think
if,
correctly.
okay, so a bunch of people killed a woman, you say it's blasphemy. Now they arrest the people that killed women. Then a whole bunch of you, if not as much as the
That's
whole,
the political base. That is their thinking.
yeah.
They are not subhuman.
Mm.
When you think they are subhuman, you're giving them an excuse. They are not subhuman.
I'm not giving them an excuse, bro. Let me tell you
No,
something.
believe me.
That
when you
protest
think-
was.
When you think
I don't want to
they
sound
are
evil here. That
subhuman,
protest was like.
believe
That
me.
protest looked like the opportunity
if
to
you
like
think they are not
end some
thinking
lives.
like human beings, you're just giving them a cop out.
Yeah,
you're
of
giving them
course.
an excuse to do whatever the hell they have done, and they will do again. Of course, they are highly misinformed. Highly misinformed.
They are well. No, they're not. They're not.
They are on.
They are well.
purposely.
They are purposely
misinformed.
well misled.
well misled. Yes.
And then with the education system, there's just no room to actually
What
like
was it we saw?
have an idea for yourself.
Zamfara State is owing WAEC 1.6 billion over the last 3 years.
But they have that money.
Where do you have the money? Where?
1.6 billion.
What did-
Wait, 1.6 billion what?
Naira.
They have that money.
From
He
where?
just bought
From
them.
where?
He just bought them Escalades
From
and
his
stuff.
personal funds and
The
from the
governor.
gold, from the gold that he
Of
sold
where?
for
The
himself.
governor of Zamfara.
From the gold that he sold.
Just
The
bought-
former PDP guy.
So he
Yeah,
has.
he just
So
bought
basically,
them
they have the
Escalades
money.
and stuff.
That one is
1.2 billion naira.
that one is his
is-
best- that one is-
1.2 billion naira is what?
See, why are you
That's
converting it?
$2 million. They have that.
Wait,
money
I think
plus.
by that post, what we read was that the students in Zamfara this year can't write WAEC
Yeah.
because they are owing money.
Because they need them to be radicalized. They don't need them as people that will come and fight for political. You should not have. Why will you have political ambition in your life? How dare you? And if you're going to have one, then come through the ranks of this level
This
of,
channel that
of
we've created.
tyranny and everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a shame. It's such a shame. It's such a shame. Hello,
But
Abuja.
speaking
I don't
of
know if you can move
weaponizing
around. Yeah.
poverty in Nigeria, do you guys think that I know we always talk about politicians weaponizing poverty, but do you think like private individuals, entertainers, content creators, do you think they do the same thing
Yes.
Of course.
too? Yeah?
Oh yeah, they play to the base.
You know, I see all these videos of people like that go out and like say they are doing philanthropy, they are helping. Okay, so I saw a random video of some guy who presented like a bouquet of money to some market woman
Oh,
and
I
like
saw that.
got her to dance with him and whatever. And I thought like, that's like,
Pandering.
yeah, not even the pandering. It's like, it's hard for that woman to say, no, I don't want to dance with you in your video.
Bro.
Or for you to post that video. But because she's so poor and you have given her that money,
Somebody posted that
But you know-
influencer came from Asia to meet him. He was in one of these African countries. I honestly I don't know if it was Ghana or
somewhere.
Comes to the and then he was like, take me out, I want to make videos. This guy takes him to restaurants in his country, like proper restaurants, and the guy was like, no, take me to the real place. And he was like, you're in the real place. We're in the city each year. He was like, no,
To the poorest part.
to the poorest of the poor. He wants the poverty Olympics. That's what the influencers sell. It was like, take me there, and this guy got pissed off, and he was like, yeah, I can't do that anymore. And he goes and he tweets about it. I'm like, these things sell because that guy is pandering to his own base.
He's letting them see something that is deprived so that they can, other people can watch
Because
it.
the moderate, well, to rich lifestyle wouldn't sell to his people. The same way Nollywood hardly ever sells poverty out. The drama always happens between two rich families or one rich family and somebody. You haven't noticed it. Take a peek.
Oh shit, I don't watch Nollywood.
Take a peek.
Yeah, I don't watch.
Me neither.
I don't watch Nollywood.
It's always one rich family.
I
and
mean, I heard
somebody's
Nollywood
got
is
power.
good. I heard about this show called Blood Sisters. All of this.
Guy,
Oh,
that's
Man of
another
God.
thing. That's nothing out on my mind. Netflix and Nigerian movies, and like how people like get super excited about these things. But I'm like, I feel like if the Nigerian content that was going on Netflix was so good, like it was really good, they wouldn't have to have created a Netflix Nigeria handle. They would have been promoting them from the main Netflix handle. I think those things just pander to Nigerians. They get Nigerians excited.
But that's how we.
So like when you
that's they get black people excited. But let's say Africa
Nigerians.
excited.
Because
No,
like
because
all
one
these-
small white guy does Zanku or does Azonto, we carry people.
Cheer.
We literally lift people up to become Caesar, like on God.
Promotes them.
We-
No merit.
We get excited so much when they're doing something we do that it changes. And speaking of, since we're even talking about Nollywood, I was seeing somewhere where someone was saying that, they just had the AMVCA awards and everything, and said that, look, someone was like, you're seeing all these people shining, but they're actually suffering. Like, they're not actually getting the money that you probably think
they're getting,
that's, like, a lot of them are actually just...
They
it's
probably
hand to
rented
mouth
these
and all
outfits,
of these things. Some of them is...
But there's nothing wrong with renting outfits. Let's not put that down.
No.
Lots of
no, that's not
even-
the... That's
even
not,
probably
that,
all
that
the
is not... That's not
outfits.
the
Is
start.
that-
That's not...
So most of the time you look at them, they look so families. They're probably going to over the next 4, 5, 6 months for those
The
outfits.
problem with
They're
renting
going to-
is,
I don't think they
is
even
not being able to afford it.
So
Of course.
I think when we look at even in that respect, if we look at like the movie industry, more than anything, the actors they are doing better nowadays, right?
The actresses, you mean?
The actresses
Actually, and some of the actors too.
actors is an umbrella term for people that act, but
And some of the
actresses
actors too.
are probably doing better than actors. Agreed.
No, they are doing better.
But the thing is,
They are doing better.
in those
actors are
in
doing
those scenarios
just as
nowadays,
Mm.
nowadays a lot of these actors actually get paid reasonably well, right? Maybe they may not be able to afford those clothes, but they don't need to, because the designers of those clothes are paying them to wear those clothes. They probably don't even keep the clothes after they give them back or whatever. But that's industry, and all over the world, people pay you to. Rich people hardly buy things. Like if you have to buy something, it's
The
just
well
like,
influential people don't need to work.
yeah, exactly. You don't need to own shit. Like
You're not impressing
you buy the
anyone.
things. Yeah, you buy the things
You
that
don't
you
need
need,
the
and you're happy.
attention.
When you have an event, when people want you to appear. I remember when I met,
It's the second class citizens that get
Yeah.
lost in the idea of.
and that's the whole
having
idea
those
of
things.
why they get paid to wear those things, so that the lower class people see them and like, oh shit,
They
I
want
want to
them.
have that thing,
It's
and then they
slavery.
hustle to buy it, right? But like nobody,
Things you don't
it's
need.
really the if you're looking at people that are really suffering in the industry, it's like the producers, these are hustling the monies. They are entering all sorts of weird deals with marketers, with cinemas. Like you are really not seeing your money back. Thank God for Netflix now that's directly paying producers to eventually put it there. But like,
Nigeria
yeah,
is really not going to
it
own
helps
itself
at
the
some
end of the
point.
day. All of our things are being put on everything else that we do not own.
But of
Of
course, because who
course.
has the money? Who has the money to put it?
All the
on
money
what
is
you own?
there, but
What,
who
Ebony
wants
Life?
to do things right?
They wouldn't
Nah,
want to give it to Ebony Live.
Who wants to give it to
Ebony
everyone?
Live.
Why would you want to give it to Ebony Live? That's it, as far as you're concerned, as in Nigeria now. you
Ebony
don't
Live
want
is
to
not
to
built
buy.
on that philosophy.
No,
to
it's
start with.
whoever is paying
Although
for
I don't
it,
know who
right?
owns Ebony
But
Live.
like it's small.
It's more. It's
She the one that did
not
the Blood
built on
Sisters.
that philosophy. It's built on the other one that you were
No,
talking
but
about,
you
the
see, the
fake
thing is-
razzmatazz and glamour bullshit.
I'd like
That's
to point
it.
out that-
Notice me.
You see this streaming service that you're complaining about, everything Nigeria is being put on things we don't own. I'd like to point
I didn't
out
complain
that-
about it.
I'd like to point
I'm not
out
even
that
really complaining. either.
Iroko TV was there, and the economics of being a poor continent.
I mean, Iroko TV is
Africa,
Iroko TV.
talking about all of you.
Iroko TV is still there,
But
and
Iroko TV.
Iroko TV,
Oh,
and
but they are
really well.
struggling.
they are not
Iroko
really.
More than
TV.
me.
They are not really struggling. No,
No.
they are not. They are not.
Iroko
They are not.
TV wasn't
No.
always struggling.
They are
It
not
was
even currently
Bro,
struggling.
you're
After-
not looking at
after they
Jason
sold
on Joku's tweets.
Yeah, but he's
No,
no,
That guy
please.
will come out, and if Netflix posts something, he'll come out and pull all the stats and be like, yes, the only reason they are making money is because of this. It
He
is a
doesn't.
struggle.
He doesn't own Iroko TV anymore.
Oh,
he sold it to the
Cinema
French.
Flex, yeah, cinema,
Yeah.
Ages like 4 or
Sign
5
Plus
years ago.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
No, but
C++,
no, but-
whatever.
He sold
but-
it to the
Shares.
French years ago.
no, but two
Because you
things.
create products to sell.
No, but also don't be confused.
'Cause cash
Netflix
is
are not even
natural.
really making money like that. Netflix subscriptions and Netflix revenue has been dropping drastically.
Disney is taking that shit over.
Do you understand? Like
Disney
so,
Disney is
a lot of the things
Disney is
people are
wicked.
realizing that first of all, there are now more options.
Netflix killed themselves.
Netflix, yes, 3/4 of the things on
Without woke
Netflix are
shit as
shit.
well.
The good things on Netflix are things that they've paid from other people to
Once
put.
Disney pretty much collected all their movies.
There's Disney, there's HBO,
Kind of-
there's
Disney went
Disney-
traditional and
Disney
they remained
cancelled
with their
everybody.
stuff. They bought the rights content. Netflix decided to be woke flicks.
Forget the content that Disney
So-
bought.
Bought.
What Disney owns is
already.
the problem.
Yeah.
They own it. Don't they own Marvel?
They bought Marvel now. That's what I'm saying.
So
they
you
bought the
you
right
ca-
kind
you-
of
you
content.
kinda-
They
you
did
kinda-
the
you kinda
right
cancel
thing.
it there. Like now you can watch Spider-Man: Homecoming because it's not it's not under Disney.
But I
But
think it's on Netflix.
it is.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
it's
saying
on
because
Netflix
it's
now.
not under.
Yeah, but they
But-
have to pay for it.
You know,
Yeah, they have to pay for it, yeah.
people want to watch the things that they grew up watching from time, Mandalorian, things like that. You don't. There's nothing that Netflix originals are hard to follow.
Jason did the same thing that Ebony Life are trying to do. He just wasn't ready to stay in long enough to begin to see the good. And it's not as if he really he had investors. He got lots of seed money.
Look, listen.
So Jason was comfortable.
In 2015,
Iroko was doing fine. They were spreading all over West Africa. They were doing great.
It's about
It's-
purpose.
it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not only about.
Him crying about it now, it
not
just
about
smells
purpose.
like jealousy. But like, he doesn't have to be jealous of Netflix because Netflix, what do Netflix do?
It's not
It's
about
now that
jealousy. No,
Netflix,
but
it's now
Jason
that
You
speaks
thought
about
he was
everything.
doing good.
I've seen his figures before now. I've seen Iroko's figures. They were coming. Who are they challenging? They
I
eventually got
feel-
on DSTV now,
I feel
and then
this-
they left DSTV because they felt that they could stand alone on their own platform and make more.
I feel they
Digitally.
sold Iroko TV at an overvalued.
They probably
Then that's not bad.
They definitely,
Yeah.
and that's not bad. Yeah, they
But
definitely
you
did.
see what he has, what he's experiencing is regrets because let's be fair and let's be honest, the market wasn't mature enough. Well, this market
And
wasn't
there
mature
wa-
enough
and
for his
there
product.
was when it
Access to internet and everything when Iroko TV
When Iroko-
started. So his target
See-
audience wasn't local
Oh, yeah, yeah,
audience. It
because-
was
Peter,
foreign
Because in
audience.
2015,
even
during the
when-
Rugby World Cup,
Yeah.
I met two British dudes who did have
Iroko
Iroko
subscription.
TV
Yes,
subscription.
now
It wasn't
And
done.
I
No.
didn't at that point. I didn't know any
that's what
Nigerian
I'm. That's
who had it.
that's
It
what I'm
wasn't
telling
done
you.
for the continent. It was
Yes.
done for diaspora.
At that time, Iroko did not need to be big here in terms of streaming because they were on DSTV.
It was diaspora.
So everybody was watching it there. Iroko was doing pretty well.
You mean on the Explorer box?
No, they were on regular DSTV. Iroko, they had one or two stations,
Oh,
one or
channel.
two
The
channels.
streaming service.
He's talking about the streaming service.
It had to take time to build up. How many streaming services in Nigeria are popping? Even the ones that are just doing music. Even MTN Pulse, MTN is big, but why are they still in it? Because they know that they have to grow to that point. You can't buy all, and
MTN is run
and-
based. They don't understand.
and
the
Iroko
business.
is a streaming
They don't
service.
understand.
And
They bought
Iroko,
Pulse, right? The company Pulse, the entertainment thing.
and Iroko,
Oh.
Iroko were producing all their stuff also. That was another thing. They were not. You see what Africa Magic does, and Ebony Life, Ebony have started doing it too. They started giving people money to produce.
Yeah.
So you make your content exclusive to us, which is what Netflix is also doing. So Netflix they are buying, but now they are also doing exclusive. Iroko was just trying to. It was almost like their own box, but just making for ourselves and putting out, making for ourselves. It can't last long term. Netflix did the same thing too. Netflix started off by just paying people to put their stuff on their platform. Then they started producing. They had some hits. Then they started giving people money to produce and be exclusive. You can't, in streaming, in creating content, you cannot exist alone. There's no way. But even with that, Iroko, they were not suffering. They were not, that much I can tell you. They were not suffering.
Well, let's talk about who is suffering. Oh, you guys are suffering?
No hands in.
Did you guys have to pull out?
Hands
As,
up.
did you guys have to pull out as presidential
I hate
aspirants?
that song.
Pull out.
Yeah.
No, I didn't put in the first place.
Okay.
If I did,
Apparently, some people, you know, I'm hearing that the people that pulled out are trying to refrain from pulling out.
Is what he said.
huh? Say what again?
The guys
Like-
that pulled out now, they
Yeah.
do not want to pull out.
Based on the president's directive that whoever has aspirations or anything, I think I think
First of all,
Well, the guys who pulled out
yeah.
are regretting pulling out.
No, they are
They
saying
were
that
forced to pull out.
they are refraining from their pullout. Malami says
They hadn't come yet. So
AGF
they
is
saying a bit
saying
longer.
AGF that was supposed to run for what state is that? Kebbi.
So AGF's situation is a difficult one. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. But he was silly because he's an opportunist. He knows that if he had pulled out, he's done. You see, his state, his dilemma was no different from the CBN governor's dilemma. And
The CBN governor had a dilemma.
yes, about being a sitting appointee and running for office. You know, very sensitive position. You can't do that. You
have all the it's almost like you're stealing.
But you see, one person had done his homework. The other person just finesse, right? So the person who did finesse said, "Okay, I rather serve my country. I'm a patriot." In his words,
Who said that?
the person who is no more running for governor.
Oh, okay.
So the person who is still running did his homework, and constitutionally, he's right, because when they amended the Electoral Act, there are prerequisites that were meant to have been passed, endorsed, signed, and written off by the House of Rep and House of Assembly members. They didn't. One of them is the very important one that he is basically basking on, which is to say that people who want to run for office, like the CBN governor, would have to. Okay, so exactly. So there was an amendment that said, listen, you can only run legitimately if you resign 90 days before your party's primaries. The House of Assembly members never signed those amendments. So, based on status quo, the Constitution says that you're only allowed to run as long as you leave office 30 days before
The presidential
the
election.
election. So he's saying he has time. And look, the court, he can decide to run now. He can do his whatever. He can do primaries. He can do everything until January. And the court in Delta obviously said it's true because it is true.
Damn.
But you see, the other guy,
The other guy gauged.
The Attorney General didn't know this.
No. The Attorney General is the one who is coasting on this law.
Oh.
so that is why he agreed.
Oh, it's not MFLA that's question on this.
No.
No,
MFL.
the MFLA is the one that went to
MFLA
court
went
now.
to court
It's
now,
MFLA that went to
because
court.
he knows.
It's the MFLA that knows.
MFLA knows
The other
that
guy has dropped out
he was
now.
always going to get it because Constitution endorses him.
But
to
he's
run.
running for president.
Yeah, so he can run for president. But you see, his case is no different from AMG because it's still a minister, appointed person running for office.
Yeah.
So one person is doing president, the other person is
Doing
doing
governor.
governor. It's the same difference.
It is.
Yes, but Fear caught one of them and he knows, look, he went out to say, look, I'm resigning. He just didn't have to.
And that's why, knowing the law is so important because, like, as much as it sounds like a ridiculous thing to imagine that the CBN governor wants to be in power till 1 month to election, if the law backs it, then why not?
It's not.
He should run it.
It's not the CBN governor's fault. It's
It's
House of Rep members.
really not his fault, But I mean,
Stop being clowns.
I just think like all of this is even irrelevant. It's just the bands of Nigeria because like, is he going to win the party ticket?
No.
Yes.
You think MFL is going to win the party ticket?
Who MFLA? Oh no, no.
Exactly. So like all the other guys, all the other appointees who are buying forms, everybody was buying forms and they're now saying, "Oh, I'm no longer running."
Hold up. He's the CBN governor.
Yes.
Does he need to win party tickets? Does he need to?
To run, he has to win the party
Where's
ticket.
the safe house for all election material?
Yeah, no. I get that, but he needs to
When the
win.
printing and minting guy is running.
No,
So
but
you
he needs
see-
to win the party ticket to run for the presidential elections, right? The party the party primaries, they don't store those at CBN. That's not a CBN issue, that's internal. So if he doesn't win that, and again, that's my point, like, he doesn't care, like, he's being lax about it. Even the comments that they say he's made don't matter because he knows at the end of the day,
you see,
it's nothing.
the lazy man will brush off his not his attempt, his behavior and everything, right, demeanor, and say he's being overzealous and everything. But the other man will take heed to it and say there must be something he knows or information he has access to that's making him act the way he's acting. And that's what people should be concerned about. Because you see, when you have access and you have access to like the warehouse of all the electoral material and everything in the country, you have unprecedented power. It's something you should think deeply about. That's minus the fact that, look, you understand how funding works around during election seasons, right? You'd have an idea as to why he's being overzealous. He's not just a toy boy. He's experienced several sessions and he knows how certain things work. So for him to come out and say he wants a slice of the thing, you need to sit back and ask if he truly intends to be present or if he's buying a stake in something. You need to find out what his end game is.
So I think we're kind of like on the same line. My point is that I don't think that he believes he's going to get the ticket from the party. So what he's doing is posturing for something else. He's posturing to make a certain point.
Get another seat.
Right? Maybe another seat, maybe another appointment. Maybe even the same appointment if he believes that the person in APC is going to win the ticket. Whatever it is. But I don't think that... I think like his attitude to people's outrage is almost like, you guys really shouldn't be bothered about this. Like, I'm not going to be the president.
Let's be honest. Majority of the country are like sheep. So, I mean, one person says something, the rest echo it. So I understand where he's coming from to say he's unfazed by the opinion of sheep. I mean, if you're a wolf, you really wouldn't care. It's just
well, I mean, lots of them have bought from 100 million.
23 billion naira worth of funds to the.
Let's move forward, guys.
A lot of them have abandoned their funds.
So, combined 23 billion naira.
23. It means 200 and something people.
No, I mean for all the. That's
all parties.
No.
Oh, okay. Across all.
For APC,
all the tickets.
Across all. Oh, nice.
Across all the
23 billion.
So far, 23 billion.
That's good.
A proper watch.
They're ready.
Those guys can sign striker for Arsenal if they decide.
Yeah. That's about 40.
Just imagine with that money, if someone like Tinubu picks the ticket, who already has like media on his side.
Yeah, he still has an uphill task.
That's why
everyone who's come up from all the
states,
he's going to have to buy their delegates or like.
No, so I'm talking about not at this point. After this point, so buying delegates is to get the ticket.
Yeah.
As I say, if he gets the ticket and had that 23 billion behind him, even like half of that,
have it. It'll be gone.
Say it'll be gone.
It'll be gone. Nigeria.
Don't they raise that money to also support the camp? Actually,
it'll be gone.
They didn't really do that for Atiku last time, Sha.
Yeah, it'll be gone.
Did you guys see the woman that said that she wore one dress that was worth $100K?
So Ifudena,
who?
Yeah,
former Big Brother girl, some outfit with like faces, black.
Yeah, I'm happy for her.
What's $100,000?
She said that dress was worth $100,000.
What's $100,000? What's that in naira? 5 million.
58 million.
58 million.
58 million.
It's good.
I don't know why she didn't run for senator or something.
It's the pitch. I mean, House of Reps is 6 million.
But see, it's possible she did. Again, like we were saying.
Have you seen the dress?
No.
Okay then.
It's possible she did. But again, it's two things that we said on this show today. One, she didn't pay for it. It was given to her by the designer to showcase.
Okay.
Two, like we're talking about crypto, or sorry, when you're talking about people's shares,
She could have
someone
bought
made
it.
a dress and said this is the value of his dress.
And
It
she
still
bought
remains for
it,
someone to come and buy it.
Touche.
If person don't buy your dress is 10.
What she said
in
is
your
that, and she also
Intrinsic value,
she nicely highlighted that if you don't have up to 10K in your account, do not talk to her.
$10K.
Dollars.
If you don't even have a minimum,
Look at.
You know how we are, or not how, you know how people are in this country where once they have money, you are broke, you are poor. Like you can't talk to anybody once they have some money. It's just you are poor, and that's. I mean, the country is so bad that I guess that's what it is. But damn, you know.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like anything, because if she makes you feel like you're on the same level, tomorrow when she wants to come and do outreach and put you in a
Call her
video,
broke bitch.
you throw her phone away, you be like, fuck off, man. Or you say, just imagine someone comes to give you money and they want to use it for content, and you say, sorry, please, I don't want you to post me on your Instagram. And they probably collect their money back. You get? But like all those things matter. Like if you come to a public space and you're recording someone, you need to get that person's rights to publish that person online. It's not like if you are doing rally or you're doing event and I come. That one is like an already agreed understanding that you may be. But me, you not come to my place of work, you're not recording me and you want to put it on social media, you must pay me. Guys, anything else you want to talk about? Anything fun you guys are doing?
Morbius wasn't such a good
Watching
movie, but it's okay though. It wasn't as bad as it
Come
seemed.
on, allow me to
Yeah,
see it
I've
first.
I've seen all
I haven't seen any of them.
These guys are not January. I've seen all the reviews.
I haven't
They're all
seen any of,
terrible.
I
Have you
haven't
seen
seen
Doctor
any of
Strange?
them, no.
Okay,
They're all terrible.
not such a bad movie.
I'll see that this week. I wanted people.
Do you understand his reaction there?
Yeah.
What did it didn't match.
He's insane.
The-
No, it didn't match.
The boy is mad.
First of all, let me tell you about your reaction right now. It did not match because I said it wasn't a really bad movie. I did not tell you that he impregnated anyone. I didn't say anything about the movie. I just said it wasn't a really bad movie.
Does anyone get impregnated? Don't tell me.
Of course not.
I put it to you that there's a baby coming through. I haven't even watched it, but I just feel like.
Of course not. No, there's not.
Oh, there's no alien word shit, baby.
No, of course, but you know it's about bats, so everything is impregnation there.
I have to go see Monsieur Virus.
Yeah, you should. I could tell you what happened though.
No.
I'm just saying. You guys take too. Let's talk about something.
Let's not talk about it. It's like 1 week.
No. That's not that. Let's talk about the rules that people try and put on social media about not
About
revealing
spoilers?
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Hello, I don't know you. I don't have. I didn't make money with you at the same time.
There are rules of engagement.
There are no rules of engagement
There
after.
are rules of engagement.
There are no rules of
Wait,
engagement.
let him finish. I know that again
There's
after.
no rules of engagement after at least a month.
Agreed.
Even
Agreed.
2 weeks
Agreed.
sometimes. 2 weeks to a month, you are joking. Either it was serious, because if it was serious to you, you'd go watch it.
Game of Thrones was 2 days. Boy, Game of Thrones was 2 days.
No, Game of like series has a shorter span because like a new episode is coming out next week, right? So you can't able to hold on forever. But like, I think.
Why are you even telling me to hold on? Who are you? What if I die? Before
Rodney wants to be in the cinema, tweeting live like, oh my God, Doctor Strange just
Jack Sparrow.
I tell you what, this thing happened to me because like I watch wrestling, right, and because of time zone, I don't stay up to watch it. So like the next day, and I follow all their fucking handles. So like if I wake up in the middle of the night, when I just see WWE, I just scroll. I'm avoiding the spoilers. But like really, I've reached a point where like it's not nice, but like really you can't tell people not to tweet their shit, man. Like it's unfortunate, but I think people can like start like with a wall that says like, that's what Instagram should invest in. You know how they have those walls for like sensitive content? They should have like a spoiler wall. So like click it like this tweet or this post contains spoilers on.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
That's
then
fine.
people can like.
That's alright.
Yeah.
That's good.
But guys, thanks for discharging with thoughts.
Rest in peace, Deborah Samuels.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man.
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. I don't know who his name was. The guy that was killed by motorcycle people in Lekki. Over 100 naira change.
Our friend as
I think
well.
they burnt him as well. Rest in peace. It's really like I don't know what's going on, But I've always had a theory about Nigeria that things happen in threes. So I don't know what's going to happen next.
What happened was this jungle justice thing that no accountability, nobody gets held.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody dispersed, everybody.
No, but I mean, these things happen. I've always found that sometimes when a situation happens in Nigeria, it happens in threes. At least.
So you think something else is about to happen?
Well, I mean, two has happened. Give it time. Don't forget when markets caught on fire. Those were three different markets. When people were jumping off Third Mainland Bridge, it was three.
I'm dying.
It was just things happening in three in Nigeria that is so weird. Because why would something happen with Deborah and Sokoto and then another thing would just happen like that in Lekki, Lagos, 400 naira. You killed him and burnt him in Lekki,
That's
Lagos.
crazy,
Anyway, thank you for discharging with us.
See you guys next week.
See you guys next week. Wish you all the best. Please be safe. Get your voter's card or get your PVC. Check on your family. Check on your ex. Check on your newest babe. Check on your friends. Make sure they're okay, even if they say they're fine. They might be doing terribly. Don't give anybody money that's asking you anymore. Try and just face your front. There's no money in the streets.
Give me the money, please.
Yeah, send it to OnlyFans at OnlyFans
Not
at misscom.com.
not Mistcom.
No. OnlyFans don't miss coming. Yeah. But other than that, enjoy life.
Subscribe, like, click the alert, follow us, ACDI show, everywhere. I want to say I love you guys, but I don't know.
Please, Phoenix Suns, do your work for me.
Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I need Devin
Giving
Booker.
Bucks that
I heard,
work.
man. I heard
That work.
But it's not over yet. It's just third quarter, right? Yeah.
So optimistic.
Good night, y'all.
Say not over
God
yet.
bless.
Rest in peace.